Alright, before you question me on the title, yes, I counted every single homeless beggar that was doing this bullshit. It's also really sad that India is like that. I'll also explain why I've been away for so long. I don't really know myself, but I'll explain that after the story's done because you probably clicked on the title that I got robbed by 57 homeless beggars, and we'll cover that first. So the setting is the Taj Mahal, whatever. Even if you're not Indian, I think you know what that is. It's a pretty cool monument that is very famous for its amazing architecture. And the pictures I've seen of it online are actually awesome. So when my parents told me that we're going on a family trip to said Taj Mahal, I was excited but also pretty tired because I just had an absolutely outrageous week at school. It was the week after my final exams, and I was just so exhausted. Uh, so I was like, okay, sure, it'll be fun. Why not? It'll be a bit of time to unwind and relax. So the only caveat of this trip I knew, right, at the time, was that we had to take a 3 hour road trip because I am Indian. I'm not gonna state where I live, but I live pretty far away from the Taj Mahal. So we didn't take a flight because there was no need to take a flight. I usually like road trips, but I was feeling very exhausted, and this was more of a night-time road trip. Like we were going from 5 to 8, or then we got delayed to 9. So the day of the trip comes by, and I'm having an okay time in the road trip. Like me and my family are having a good time for the first hour, and then everything just goes to shit. Everybody's tired, not just me, and then people try to sleep and stuff, but I can't fall asleep in cars. That's actually a fun fact about me. I literally cannot fall asleep in cars. It's almost impossible for me. So I end up staying awake the entire time and I'm reading on my Kindle. If you don't know what a Kindle is, it's a e-reader device like where you can download PDFs or you can buy books from the Kindle store. It's pretty cool. It's nice to get off my phone sometimes and just read that instead. So then we reached the hotel. So this was at like 9 or 10 p.m. So I was pretty exhausted. Thankfully, I carried my laptop and I was just watching some YouTube and having fun in it until it was 11 o'clock, where I just decided to sleep along with the rest of my family. I was absolutely knocked out, so it was pretty easy for me. Now, the original plan was to go in the morning to see the Taj Mahal, the entire monument, and another place which I'll discuss later. But I did not know how early I was going to have to wake up. So the morning comes by and I was having an amazing sleep. I don't know what it is about hotel beds. They just feel so comfortable. Like don't get me wrong, I don't it's not like my bed at home is like a pile of bricks, but it feels so comfortable, make it very very fluffy. Right? But it turns out I was gonna have to wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning. And if you're a school student or someone who has to wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning, you know exactly how painful it is to wake up then. No matter how much sleep you get, it always feels like it always feels like you've got like 5 hours of sleep. I swear to God, it's so annoying. So I didn't know this at the time when I was sleeping. So I thought, okay, I can probably get like 8 or 9 hours of sleep. No, I got like 6. So I got awoken from my amazing slumber by my mom, and I was really groggy, and I still ended up having to take a shower and brush my teeth, everything in about 15 minutes. It was pretty rushed. Then we take about a 1 hour drive from the hotel to see the Taj Mahal. I was originally thinking it'd be pretty cool because again, my parents had told me that yes, it's an amazing experience. We should definitely go, which is why we went. But you know what? The first thing I saw was over there. Yeah, it was a beggar. He was sacrificing his dignity just to earn like a few hundred rupees, which is pretty sad. Rupees are the currency of India, by the way. So, if you don't know, poverty is a huge issue in India. I don't mean to get political because I think that stuff's nonsense. But there's so many people and so little resources in this country that not everybody can live comfortably. But India's management for monuments such as Taj Mahal, now beggars are controlled, is horrible. The civil management in India is horrible. I see people every single day on platforms like Instagram being overtly racist towards Indians, and also yes, those the finger cracks were amazing. uh, Saying that all Indians are poop cheats and the racist memes about Indians. And while I'm Indian myself, some of this is actually true. Like the Chapri allegations, Chapri is basically like a very poor person trying to act cool or like cool, but they're not tough. Okay, that's what a Chapri is basically. And it is true to some extent, like in the absolutely impoverished, poor areas of India. Now, the Taj Mahal is in Agra, right? And Agra is one of, if not the most poorest and rural places in India. It's not as bad as places like Bihar or, well, you can put up your imagination to it, but yeah, nobody really likes Bihar. But there's a lot of poverty there. I'm not saying poverty can be realistically abolished, not in even 30 years in India, especially not with the government who's running India at the moment. There is nobody capable of managing a growing population of 1.7 billion people and giving them all fair and equal livelihoods that give them all equal opportunities to pursue what they want to do. I'm not saying that's possible. India is still a third world country. But it completely ruins the experience for tourists. Just reinstating, I'm Indian. And even then, I've seen many beggars in where I live. It's not uncommon to see these types of people. But the extent to where they beg you for money in monuments such as these, because that's obviously where the most human traffic is there, is insane. Okay? So, the amazing time we were supposed to have in the Taj Mahal was ruined by maybe 20 or so beggars just begging me, my mom, my entire family for money. It was pretty darn annoying. I'm not hating on homeless people because I get that poverty is a real thing. But they should be controlled properly, at least not be allowed to beg in protected monuments such as the Taj Mahal. Anywhere outside, that's free game, okay? Even though I don't like it, in the end, they are still gonna do that. But they should at least have the dignity to not do this in places that are the country's shining jewels. Like, it just ruins the experience, bro. It's what makes people think that India is such a piece of shit. Alright, well, I'm getting a little bit too angry about this. But yeah, I do think India has a lot of potential in the tourism industry. I saw a lot of tourists like from other countries coming to the Taj Mahal and the other place, which I will talk about. But it seemed like all of them were having like a mediocre time. Even if they were trying to enjoy Indian culture, it was just impossible because there were so many beggars asking them for even like the slightest amount of money, literally doing anything to get some, you know. Now you might be asking, I just said there were about 20 or so beggars there. What about the other 30 or 40 or so? Well, let me introduce you to Fatehpur Sikri. And if you thought the Taj Mahal was bad in terms of how many beggars it has, yeah, Fatehpur Sikri is like a whole another level. So this place is about 10 minutes away from the Taj Mahal. It's a fort, okay, to say it simply. It's a pretty cool fort, but it's in an absolutely horrible condition. I'm not kidding. If you go on the outskirts of this fort, you will see landfills, like maybe not as big as actual dumps, but you will see landfills, you will see trash, and you will see beggars everywhere. Now, at least in the Taj Mahal, they weren't allowed to go inside some parts of the fort. I mean, there were still beggars, but they weren't like your traditional beggars. They were more like about 50 rupees for a photo, 100 rupees for a photo, or stuff like that, you know. that kind of stuff. But anybody was allowed inside of this fort. Like, it didn't matter. Like, even if you didn't buy tickets, you could still. There's obviously still ways to sneak into the fort, which a lot of these beggars ended up exploiting. And due to this, I got even more frustrated. Obviously, I was already pissed from the Taj Mahal. I'm like, okay, surely this can't be worse, but it was worse. I can't. It was so much worse. My parents said that it was an amazing experience. You had to see. You have to go there to understand how good it is. And I just ended up hating the experience. Like, okay, the architecture is awesome. I can't lie. It rivals even some in like European countries. It's amazing. There's a lot of legacy. There's a lot of culture in it. But the actual experience when you go to these places is horrible. If you are a tourist who wants to go to India, I have only one suggestion for you. Don't go to the Taj Mahal. Don't go to any place in Agra. Don't go to like the impoverished areas in India because it's not worth it. You won't enjoy it. If you really want to go, the only three good places or four I think of are Mumbai, Goa, Kerala, and Darjeeling. In Kerala, Goa, and Mumbai, the coastal slash beaches are amazing. It feels awesome to go there. It's refreshing. And Darjeeling has probably some of the best mountain scenery I've ever seen. If you can find a good hotel to stay, you'll have an amazing time there. Don't worry about it. So now for the thing I was supposed to discuss after the main story. Yeah, no, I've been away because of exams, laziness, and a bunch of other commitments I have. That's basically the only way I can describe it. My exams were pretty stressful, I can't lie. I have a design portfolio sort of thing, which is basically like a 6 month long document which you have to maintain, where you keep on typing stuff about making a product. If you type like 40 pages on Word with like the lowest font and like the lowest margin settings, it gets pretty annoying. Uh, I'm still behind in that somehow, so I'm procrastinating procrastination. And laziness, well, I'm just lazy as shit. I'm gonna try to upload more frequently. I am back, I'm not dead. I'll stream more. I want to stream Minecraft, Grim Dawn, loads of games. We are so back. Alright, don't worry about that. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, bye bye.